A significant security vulnerability has been uncovered in IBM's API Connect, raising concerns for organizations that rely on this platform. With a CVSS score of 9.8, this flaw poses a serious risk, potentially allowing attackers to bypass authentication and gain unauthorized access. On December 31, 2026, IBM announced the issue, which affects several versions of API Connect, including 10.0.8.0 through 10.0.8.5 and 10.0.11.0. While there are currently no confirmed reports of this vulnerability being exploited, the company urges users to implement fixes promptly to safeguard their systems. In this video, we'll break down the details of the flaw, its implications, and the steps users should take to mitigate the risk. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. On December 31, 2026, IBM publicly acknowledged the critical vulnerability, designated as CV 2025-13915, highlighting the severity of the flaw within its API Connect platform. This disclosure marks a significant moment in the cybersecurity landscape, as organizations using API Connect are now faced with urgent security protocols. The vulnerability affects multiple versions, specifically from 10.0.8.0 to 10.0.8.5, as well as version 10.0.11.0. Users are encouraged to act swiftly by downloading the necessary patches from IBM's Fix Central, which are crucial for mitigating potential risks. The fix includes detailed instructions for installation, ensuring that organizations can effectively secure their systems. In addition to the immediate patching recommendations, IBM has advised customers who cannot apply the interim fix to disable the self-service sign-up feature on their developer portals. This precautionary measure aims to limit exposure while users work on implementing the recommended updates. Despite the alarming nature of the vulnerability, IBM reported no evidence of exploitation in the wild at the time of the announcement. However, the high CVSS score of 9.8 serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences if the flaw is left unaddressed. Organizations, particularly those in sensitive sectors like banking and transportation, should prioritize these updates to safeguard their infrastructure. As API Connect is widely utilized by major corporations, such as Axis Bank and Tata Consultancy Services, the ripple effects of this vulnerability could extend beyond individual organizations, impacting the broader ecosystem reliant on secure API management. The incident underscores the critical importance of proactive security measures in an increasingly interconnected digital world. The vulnerability in IBM API Connect primarily impacts organizations that utilize this platform for their API management needs. These entities range from financial institutions like Axis Bank and State Bank of India to technology firms such as Tata Consultancy Services and Phenology. Given the critical nature of the flaw, any organization relying on API Connect for secure API deployment is at significant risk, particularly those managing sensitive data or customer information. Moreover, the flaw affects multiple versions of API Connect, including those as recent as 10.0.8.5 and 10.0.11.0, increasing the urgency for a wide array of users to act swiftly. Companies that have enabled self-service sign-up on their developer portals face an elevated risk, as the vulnerability may allow attackers to exploit this feature for unauthorized access. Despite the absence of confirmed exploitation in the wild, the potential for future attacks remains a pressing concern. Organizations must prioritize implementing the recommended fixes to safeguard their infrastructure, as failure to do so could lead to significant security breaches and data loss. This situation underscores the importance of continuous monitoring and proactive security measures in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape. As organizations grapple with the implications of this critical vulnerability, immediate action is essential. The first step for affected companies is to download the patch from IBM's Fix Central. This fix addresses the authentication bypass issue and is crucial for safeguarding sensitive data. Once the patch is downloaded, organizations should carefully follow the instructions provided in the accompanying readme.md file. This ensures that the fix is applied correctly according to the specific version of API Connect in use. Given the potential for unauthorized access, applying this fix should be prioritized to mitigate risks effectively. For those unable to implement the interim fix right away, IBM recommends disabling the self-service sign-up feature on the developer portal. This measure can help reduce exposure to the vulnerability until a permanent solution is in place. Organizations must communicate this temporary change to their users to maintain transparency and trust. In addition to applying the patch, it is crucial for organizations to review their overall security posture. This incident highlights the importance of regular security assessments and updates to API management practices. Companies should consider implementing additional monitoring tools to detect any unusual activity that may indicate an attempt to exploit the vulnerability. Finally, organizations should stay informed about future updates from IBM and engage in ongoing cybersecurity training for their teams. This proactive approach not only addresses the current vulnerability but also fortifies the organization against potential threats in the future. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.